Hello everyone, today we are going to see class 10 exercise 3.1 second sum on comparing the ratios. Find out whether the lines representing the pair of equation intersect at a point parallel or coincide. Okay, so they have given you two pair of linear equation in each sum. So they are asking us to find whether these pair of equations are intersecting, parallel or coincide. So we can find it out without plotting the graph itself. So it is through the ratios, right? So in the introduction part of this video itself, we have seen like if my ratio like a1 a2, if it is not equal, this is intersecting line. So all these ratios only we are going to compare and see now. Okay, so just go through this so that it will be easy for this sum. So all these ratios only decides whether our lines are intersecting, coincide or parallel, okay, which has no solution. So now we will move to our first sum. So first sum, our first equation is 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0. I'll mark this as my first equation. And my second equation is 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0 is my second equation. Here we have three ratios. One is a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, C2. So with these three ratios only we will be comparing. So the coefficient of x term is nothing but a1 and this is b1, this is with sign, okay, and c is nothing but constant, which is c1. So this 1 represents the equation, the number of equation, okay, and this is nothing but a2, this is b2 and this is nothing but c2. Clear? So this 1 represents the equation. A is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y and this is a constant. So 2 represents the number of equation. Clear? So with all these ratios only we are going to calculate. First I'll write a1 by a2. So first what is my a1? A1 is 5 and a2 is 7. Okay, and b1 by b2. So what is my b1? It is minus 4. With the sign we have to calculate. Minus 4 by plus 6. So if I cancel, I'll be getting minus 2 by 3. And for c1 and c2, it is minus 8 by 9. Clear? So here a1 and a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Right? So I can say, so if once your a1 is not equal, a1 and a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, right? So in first step itself we got it. So c1 and c2 is not that much necessary. So with this itself we can say that my lines are intersecting, right? So my first case itself it's satisfied my equation. So I can write a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So it has unique solution, right? So it has unique solution. So the lines represent, so the pair of linear equation represent intersecting line. We are going to write the pair of linear equations represent what? Intersecting line. So once you are thorough with all these ratios and what type of solution you get, this sum will be easy. Clear? So this is the same procedure will be followed for all these sums. Okay, you have to remember the ratios like formula. That's it. Clear? So moving on to the next sum. So 9x plus 3y plus 12. 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0 is my first equation. Clear? And my second equation is 18x plus 6y plus 27. 18x plus 6y plus 27 is equal to 0 is my second equation. So now as usual we are going to compare all the ratios first. So a1 by a2 is nothing but 9 by 18, so which is 1 2. Okay, you can cancel, you can simplify the ratio also, no issues in that. And b1 by b2 is nothing but what, 3 by 6. So always write like this vertically, so that it is easy to compare, right? So there is a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. Clear? So always write it like this. So 3 by 6, which is also 1 by 2, and c1 by c2 is 12 by 27. So if I cancel, I'll be getting 4 by 9. So I can see that my a1 and a2 is equal to b1 and b2. Clear? So but it is not equal to c1 and c2. But it is not equal to c1 and c2. Here the same 1 by 2 I am getting, so I can write it is equal. But c1 and c2 are different. It is not 1 by 2, it's 4 by 9. So it is not equal to c1 by c2. So this condition is nothing but what? Parallel lines. So parallel lines has no solution. Clear? So this is parallel line. So I am going to write, so no solution, and the pair of linear equations represent parallel lines. Clear? So moving on to next sum. What is my next sum? I'll first copy it. 6x minus 3y plus 10. So these are my two equations in third sum. So as usual, first step we have to write the ratios. a1 by a2 is equal to 6 by 2, which is 1 by 3. And b1 by b2, so with signs you have to calculate. So it is minus 3, minus 1, minus minus gets cancelled, so it is 3. And c1 and c2, it is 10 by 9. So here also we can say a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, right? Because here also plus 3, here also plus 3. But it is not equal to c1 by c2. So it is our previous sum case, right? So we can write no solution. So the pair of linear equation represent parallel lines. Okay, so make sure you are thorough with all these ratios so that you can proceed this sum. Clear? So that's it. Thank you.